And hello, my brave knights, princesses, and welcome to what remains of Edith Finch. Now, I know that probably everyone and their brother's beaten this game by now, since I'm a little late to the party, but that's okay. It's okay because I finished Outlast, and now we're going to play this. This is the Finch family tree. Apparently, Edith is a girl. I didn't know that until now. So let's get into this game. So we're on a boat. We are holding flowers. And this is a book.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house. I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Okay, so I'm already getting Ethan Carter vibes. I don't know if this is made by the same people who made Ethan Carter, but if they are, that was a good game.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately. I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral. In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
The Finches. So now we have two different ways we could go. Here's where the fun begins. Oh, shift is zoom, as is the other click button I can't remember the name of.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
It's a deer. Or a buck. How you doing, big guy? Good talk.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
That's an interesting looking house. Also, the soundtrack in this game is phenomenal so far. Looks like the house from Hello Neighbor.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
So, Wilton Finch is also missing? Huh.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
I'm also getting a Scratches vibe from this. Everyone remember that game? And yes, Asylum is still in the works. I haven't played Scratches, but I know about it. I should play Scratches sometime. When I have no other game to play, because Scratches takes a lot of time to play through. Cool. The chimes ring in the wind. That's nice. Oh.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Apparently I just did something.
The power had been turned off the night we left. For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
Yeah. You have microwave, you have...
Instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Oh, that stack of dishes. Woof. Holy face, Witch's Kitchen, a Viking's Belly. Flour, saltwater, yeast. The Northwest Chef, basically cookbooks.
Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
Flavors of India. Fancy Farmer Junior Cookbook. Smoke in the Forest, Cosmetic Cuisine. The Pleasure of Japan Cooking. Double stoves. Nice, very nice.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left.
Can I ask this stupid
It was
question?
like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
Can I ask why everybody left? We'll probably find that out, actually.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Oh, this is a nice room. With a nice little TV.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
Oh, I would love to sit at that with this view.
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Oh, that's a cool animation to words go up the chimney. That's cool.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Cool. So the grandfather built this monolith of a house. Fascinating.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night. My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Yep. I guess his name right was Milton. I feel good about myself. Also, this door is sealed off. Look at all these pictures.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms.
Oh.
Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Well, that's not assuring.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara. Edie's father, Odin, built the original house. Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
Huh. That was a short-lived career.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
Ouch. Well, we're in no hurry.
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
I wouldn't believe everything Edie says. She probably doesn't.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait. My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
Ouch.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
But now you've grown up and you've realized there probably were other reasons.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up. Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea is locked up.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of. From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
I'm also getting a Gone Home vibe.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it. My Halloween candy was all gone.
Aww. It's a sad day when your candy is all gone.
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
Yeah, there's no way you'd eat a live fish. You're not that cruel.
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
But I'm hungry. That's the next line I should hear her say.
I kept eating and eating.
Toothpaste. Now she's beginning to sound like me.
I ate a lot of things that night.
Was it a good idea? Probably not.
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her.
Oh, I think I know where this is going.
Suddenly, I was a cat.
This imagination.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared. Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Huh. They probably didn't know it was you.
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore.
Well, you
All
are.
I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
This imagination.
Rabbits.
Okay, this is gonna probably be a little hard to do. Hold on. Hold up, slow down. There's one right under me, and I can't even reach it.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger. A mama rabbit.
Hey.
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
What? Ouch. Help. I'm a shark. Oof. 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 Oof.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever. juicy seals. I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
This is so cool.
Grabbed on tight, but I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
What am I now?
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere. I was big, but I moved real quiet.
I don't know what I am, but this is cool.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't. Passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
I wonder what we're smelling now.
I got closer and closer.
Oh. Going to take an indicate guess and say she smelled herself.
All my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have. This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, When we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him. Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
Wow, he turned his house into a ship? That's a feat.
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house. Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways. Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious. I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time. When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't. Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother. The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace. There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard.
Oh, I love these.
It's hidden in this book.
I love pop-up books.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down. I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Cool.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom, and he did. At Barbara's funeral, he swore he'd never be afraid again, and he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
He did.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother. The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
When you make up your mind to do something, it happens. So when we come back, guys, more of this game. Until then, leave a like and subscribe because there's always room for more. See you all next video. Goodbye, everybody.